these holiday weekends, they can, when you get this low liquidity, you can get these giant misallocations, mispricing situations. And of course, they used the COVID mutation, and the Dow Jones dropped 1,000 on Friday. And now we're up 300 today. These holiday, kind of low liquidity things, you got to be very careful because they can really push it one way or another. So, I kind of started campaigning Tesla last week, and I got in too early. I kind of kicked myself. Sometimes I lose my objectivity. I saw that Tesla's obviously, in this parabolic uptrend, and kind of got caught up in the thing here. And so now it's looking like a potential double top. I still think that this thing probably goes higher. So I got rid of some positions on Friday. I've still got a relatively, decent position. I've got a couple thousand shares of Tesla, and, kind of watching this thing. This thing broke out of a, ascending triangle. And, while it does look like the potential of a double top, I do think that this double bottom here is more likely the real thing, and that we'll probably likely see this thing go back up. But that's my hope. I've still got 2,000 shares, and we close at about 1082, and now we're going to gap up at about 1100. And so I hope that we're going to see some follow through here. I think we just got this, just sorting out process. So, look, sometimes the markets go through these giant, times where they get, very kind of range bound and uncertainty. And, that's extended period of time. We're talking about a year. So, people have this expectation that we saw, this kind of one-way movement. And so everyone's kind of like programmed that way. But now you can just get, just a huge consolidation that could go on for months in this area. So it's like we try and read something into it every day. And, it's likely just to be a giant sorting out process. So you kind of have this kind of, I don't even know what this is. Reverse triangle up here. I did see, a couple of things where we were going to turn down. You could see that it started to, drip, drip, drip. And I kind of, expected, I said, yes, last week, the Dow and the small cap looked very vulnerable to a sell-off. And that's exactly what we saw. So now, does it extend back to here? It's just hard to know what the next. And so this is why sometimes it's just better to me, trading is all about understanding your risk and reward, understanding if you get in a trade, where is your risk? And so at this point, if you get short, there's no way to understand, where your risk is. Is it up here? Similarly, if you get long, is it up, is this the risk? So we kind of let the market, we need the market to kind of flesh itself out a little bit. I mean, there is this appearance of this double top here, which, I saw, would give rise to some vulnerability. And that's exactly what we saw. So sometimes these patterns start forming early, and then we don't really understand why. And then there's COVID or some other excuse that comes out that, pushes the market and looks pretty random. But this thing was already telling me that there was going to be a sell-off, in the offing. And so now the question is, now we're going to gap up here, and, what do we do? So we could be just looking at this for a considerable period of time while the market just figures out, what it wants to do. Or, we just put ourselves back together again, and, the thing goes and makes a new high again. So there's all kinds of possibilities in here. And that's why I'm kind of looking for that one, stock or issue that I kind of understand. To me, it's all about understanding risk and reward. If you get in, where can you quantify your risk with some kind of reliability? So this is Quantumscape. To me, this is, something that was, in a downtrend. It kind of went up for a while. I do think that this weekly reversal 2 weeks ago throws this thing to reverse, and we're likely to kind of go back down. But the timing is going to be, I don't think it's going straight down. So it just, I wish I had some, I'm always looking for that one thing that I can sink my teeth into, build a position. And so sometimes you just have to wait for the market to, come to you.
So you can see, yeah, 45, it's 1.3 million.
$1.3 million short.
So popped out a profit for 118,000 there.
So you can see how this is going crazy now. You can see how the market just going nuts.
I bet like $1.6 million on this position. I'm showing right now $23,000 gain.